morning. This is Lady K, and my co-host here is
Jay Frage.
And this is Dropware's Morning Podcast, episode 4. Our guest here today is, we call him Mr.Go Viral, aka Patrick Jeanty Jr. Did I say that right, Patrick?
You did, yeah.
Good. So you can find me at Dropware Promotions, just as it sounds, on IG. And also, I'm at New Jersey, NJ Drop, and as well, Dropware, New Jersey.
Y'all can find me on Facebook at Jay Frage, at JAYFRAZ, and on Instagram at Dropware Promotions.
All right, Patrick, let them know where they can find you at.
You guys can find me on 3 different Facebooks. Patrick Jeanty Jr, and then the other 2 is without the junior. Instagram is DJ Soulchild AC, and that's also the same as my Twitter handle.
Okay, great. So your reason for being here today, if you read our headline, we called it a peaceful protest going wrong. In reference to George Floyd's passing. You were in Atlantic City for the protest.
Yes.
So if you can tell us a little bit, just give us a glimpse into that protest and pretty much why we're calling it a peaceful protest going wrong. What actually happened?
So I went to the peaceful part like when the protest started, like around 1-2 o'clock, and before they went to the walk, it was peaceful. You know, everybody was clapping. You know, everybody was just having a good time. You know, they moved peacefully marching down. And then I left, went back to the crib to get a cheesesteak. That's when the infamous cheesesteak thing happened.
Okay.
And then my other people's Angie hit me up to go back to the protest. I was tired, I didn't feel like it. But she kind of got me out of bed. She was like, come on, let's go. I was like, all right. So then when I got there, that's when tensions was very high because the police refused to come out of the police station. And the protesters started to get agitated. They felt disrespected. They're like, why can't you come out and have a conversation with us?
Okay.
So the police chief told them to stay in. The protesters got aggravated, and one of them threw a bottle of water at the cop and hit him right in his head.
Okay.
And that is when I got the phone and was like, oh, and hit record. And then what you
Okay, because I'm like, I missed that part because I tuned in.
No. From the second I hit record, it was literally right after he threw the bottle of water.
Now, how many views did you actually get to be considered going viral?
500,000.
500,000?
Right. Yeah.
Wow. So, right, everybody. So, what actually who actually tuned in to have you go viral? Was it someone from the news?
No, what happened was a bunch of my friends started a watch party.
Right.
And then they got their friends to do a watch party.
Correct.
And then it went viral so quick. Like, it was 10,000 people at once watched it.
Right.
And Action 6 News shared my video and started a watch party from there. And that's when it went viral.
Right, correct. That's what I thought, exactly when the news chimed in. Because you know what? Because they didn't want to be there.
Right. None of the news outlets wanted to be in the streets at all.
Now, we can't blame them because it was a fear and, of course, a safety hazard for themselves.
Yeah, of course.
So, of course, to stay safe, you know, we do have some people that work in news and media, and we want everybody safe out here. So that was their choice. And that was probably another reason why the law enforcement didn't come out in the beginning. They kind of, I would say, predicted and predicated on the factor that it was going to go wrong. I sincerely believe that.
I believe it went wrong because of them shoobies, them out-of-towners. They the ones who started it.
Shooting?
Shoobies.
What shootings happened? Shoobies.
Yeah.
Oh, the out-of-towners.
Yeah.
I'm like,
How did it feel to go viral?
I was scared at first. I was like, oh, I'm about to lose my job and this, that, and the third because, like, I was acting out in the video because I was in shock. Like, you know when someone's in shock, they laugh, they cry, they make jokes.
You get every emotion, right?
All of them, yeah. I start cursing a lot, and I thought I was going to lose my job.
A lot of people didn't think you was in Atlantic City at first because we was watching.
Yeah. That's what made me mad. They thought I'm not from the city because I stay at home and I mind my business. Let me tell y'all something. I was born and raised in Atlantic City.
Okay.
I lived in Back Maryland until I was 5 years old. Then I moved to the Inlet.
Okay.
And then I moved to Iowa Avenue. by
You're Atlantic
Tropicana.
City native,
Yeah.
the heart. Right.
And then I moved to Pleasantville. That's where I met you.
Right.
And so I lived in the whole South Jersey my whole life. So just because somebody's not in the streets or somebody doesn't know who this crackhead was, just because I don't know like every mythical story in back Maryland history or Atlantic City history, don't mean I'm not from there. I am from
Exactly.
there. I just stay to myself. I'm on my business, and my mother would not let me go past my own gate. So no.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother, she hates it. Like they don't play that. So I couldn't go nowhere. Yeah, I couldn't go nowhere.
That's the best way to stay to yourself.
Yeah, because
Alright.
my mother know how it is out there, so she tried her best to protect me.
So for our viewers that's watching and our fans that's watching, can you actually explain what going viral means?
All right, so going viral means like if it's something that is not planned, it's something that just happens, and then the more people look at it, and the more it's shared, the more notoriety you get.
Correct.
So when I did the AC Riot videos, the AC Riot video, I got 500,000. Then I did the Ocean City protest video, that got 200,000.
Right.
And then I did the Wildwood protest, that got 100K.
Right.
Then I did the Brigantine one when the Trump supporters was coming crazy, that got 200,000 now.
Right.
And then the Galloway one and so on and so forth, and the AC protest part 2 got 300,000. So
And you're getting a lot of backlash too.
yeah, yo, I can't wait to talk about that.
Splash a little bit out there
Yeah.
about the backlash.
Yeah, let me give y'all a little bit of tea. So
Yes, please.
So I started
sip on
exposing the racists because every time I did a protest video, these racist people be in the comments coming crazy, right? And I just started defending myself, and then my people started defending them. Even my mother goes in on these lives and start coming at them. And my mother's not a social media person at all.
Right.
So then I started getting threats, and that's when I started getting pissed. And I was like, okay, y'all not about to threaten me. I'm gonna start exposing y'all. So then once I started doing that, everybody loved it. And then they just kept sending me more info. Hey, this person works here in Ventnor. Hey, this person owns a pizza shop. Hey, this person owns a construction company. And these are the same people that we was popping bottles with in the clubs. Same people that was coming to our barbecues.
That you'll never know.
Never knew.
Now, can you explain to? I'm not sure if they were familiar with the lady from the law office
Law office. Oh, I
or the
forgot her
realty
name.
company.
Realty company, yeah, I forgot her name. It was something Lisa, I forgot. But she said something, this was during the Ocean City protest, I believe, when we were walking from Summers Point to the Ocean City over the bridge. And she said something along the lines of, getting a gun and having it ready and is, going to shoot us on sight or something like that.
Oh yeah, I seen that in your comments.
Yeah, and I got
Right.
her fired.
Right.
With the quickness. And then once she got fired, other people started getting fired too. And I
Okay.
started exposing. I got at least 6 people out of work.
And we'll say we agree with that because
Yeah.
we actually, as a minority business, we face that a lot here. You're actually discriminated against just owning a business, period.
Exactly.
People are looking for all types of things that you're doing, just looking to get you out of their community. However, as a minority, we're all faced with that. So, with that being said, what is inspiring you to keep being an activist for human rights and civil rights and human equality and an advocate for us?
It inspires me because, like, before, I did the AC Riot videos and stuff like that. I'm just a DJ. Like, I didn't care for politics like that. I was just to myself. I enjoy, going out, being with the ladies and all that. That's all I cared about. That's all I was doing. But then as soon as that video happened, and it's like everything just changed. Like when I was at that protest when it was good, it's like, you ever seen these people who become born again Christians because they just happen to walk by somebody talking about it and they just like, it just clicks in their head? It was something like that.
Okay.
It's like when I went to that protest, I was like, man, they really talking facts. This is important. And then I saw that video of George Floyd getting murdered, and I was like, yeah, man, that's it. That's enough.
So pretty much you had an epiphany.
Right, exactly.
once you was
I got
in there.
tired of sitting on the computer being a keyboard warrior. I actually want to go out and do something about it.
Right.
Because one of my own boys called me out about that. He was like, bro, you ain't no activist if you just recording. He was like, you know what? You're right. So I'm going to go and actually be one.
Right.
So now I got Jimmy Whitehead on speed dial. I got Will
Who's
Cunningham.
Jimmy Whitehead?
That's the man running for mayor of Atlantic City.
Okay, who's your next one?
Will Cunningham, who's running for Congress.
Shout out to them.
So I got them on speed dial.
Okay.
Because I'm out here making moves. I got Corey Inspiring Young on speed dial. Because I'm actually out here trying to make moves. I actually talked to them.
And who are they?
They are part of the NAACP.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The NAACP.
Yeah. So, all because of just one viral video.
Talk about it.
Huh?
So talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So, of course, since you went viral, I'm sure you've had some offers come towards you. And I've seen some things on your Facebook I won't mention about, but can you mention any of the offers that you have and that you have taken, or what's on the table?
Offers? If offers, what do you mean?
Offers, interviews, jobs.
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Paid vacations, just to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these people out here send him a ticket so he can get away. You know how you guys usually say that?
Maybe.
Right. Send him a ticket, give him a vacation.
I've had people try to, I had people like Breaking AC, they did a news thing on me. A couple people, like a couple of the news stations wanted to use my video on their websites.
Right.
And I was like, no, you gotta cut that check.
Oh, they asked for permission. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can no longer just take your video off your social media. They have to ask permission. And
Correct.
pay for it. So that's what I did.
Yeah, we're getting familiar with
Yeah.
rights there.
Yeah.
So, is there any monetary gains for you in that now?
Yes.
Or in the horizon?
In the horizon.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's what we like to hear.
And your boy just got out of jail, Naeem,
Naeem Nixon, yeah.
for not doing nothing in
doing
that
nothing
riot.
wrong, yeah.
Oh, okay. I seen
Yeah.
that. They released. I seen they released the riot.
Off of my video from the riot.
Because you actually captured him doing completely nothing.
Doing nothing wrong, yeah.
That's great, Patrick. We like to commend you for your work. Right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's more than Donald Trump getting people released that's actually done the time for all those years. Okay?
Facts.
They're all retributions on top of retributions. I'll say that for myself. So, is there anything yourself that you actually want to tell our fans and viewers or anyone else out here, and especially people in business?
I don't know what to say.
Well, how about we start with this? How about people in business that are definitely discriminatory
That's what you mean. Okay.
people and being biased?
All right, that's what you mean.
Right.
Okay. So, if you own a business or you work for a corporation and you feel the need to come out of your face and say something derogatory against women, against people of color, against the LGBTQ community, you need to be eradicated. You should not own a business. You should not get our black dollar.
And we agree.
You should not, period.
We agree. That is in, I like to interrupt you because that's in print. When you actually start a business, you cannot discriminate whatsoever. You can decline someone's service, but you cannot discriminate.
They think because they're at home that the same rules don't apply. Like you can have your First Amendment right to free speech. We all do. I have my First Amendment right to expose racists. They got their First Amendment right to be racist and talk out loud. But once you work for certain companies and certain organizations, there's consequences for what you do. There's no consequences for me because I work for myself.
Right.
Hence why I keep doing it. I'm a DJ. I don't work for a specific club. I'm an independent contractor. They hire me. And I got a big mouth. These same people that are friends and co-workers with the same people I'm exposing, they want me to DJ at their spots because I have that clout, because I have that platform. I literally said an hour before I started DJing yesterday, hey, block party at Bullshot Bar. Literally, block around the building. Block party.
Oh, you set the block party off then?
Straight like that.
Right. So, as I said, just for business practices, business owners cannot discriminate. And another rule that people do not know, if you actually go into business, you're required to actually hire 30% of your community, depending on how big the number of your staff
I didn't
is.
know. Yeah,
yes.
that's
yes.
the thing. I didn't know
That's
that.
why they're going down.
Yeah.
That's why you got them going down,
Yeah.
because they're not doing that. And I see a lot of businesses doing that. Here at Drop, where we do not discriminate, we've hired at least 30% of our community. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these people who own these businesses, like the dude from Brigantine, Michael Ray, whatever his name is, he owns like a concrete business. If I was to shut his business down, can you imagine if a black man had his own brand like you guys are doing right here, having your own business, everything, they use that spot to start his own business? without him having to come out here and be racist. That's what I'm saying. Like these racist people that own these companies, they own this capital, they own this property. They gotta go. You gotta get rid of them, all of them. Yeah. And then more black people, more Hispanic people, more Asian people can go and take those spaces and make their own businesses. That's just my opinion. Like it's 2020. There's no room or place or time for any of that racist stuff. Like that's so 1965, bro.
Correct.
Leave it back there. That was 1777. Leave it back there.
I agree.
The 1600s when they took us off the boats, when they put us on the boats from Africa. You know what I mean? Like I can't believe we still.
That's
having
why
this
I came with the
conversation.
quote unquote term. Send us a ticket. I'll go to Africa for a vacation.
I would love to go to Africa.
Okay, if you're willing to pay for it.
I mean, I don't want to be in no jungle. I ain't going no cheetahs.
I'm going to the jungle.
No.
What do you think society is? To me, it's the jungle.
No, I don't like
So
animals.
if you can survive here on Earth,
Don't
is
do
the jungle,
animals.
brother. So don't let that shade you. Here on Earth is the jungle at best. So as far as that, any shout outs to anyone that you want to say?
Yeah.
Any and everyone?
Yeah, I want to shout out my mom, Muriel Laurent. Yeah, my mom. You know, she gave birth to me. She gave birth to a king.
Did a good job.
Yeah, she did. Shout out to my children, Eliana, Patrick Jr., well, the third, and Jeremiah. They, still up there. I haven't seen them in months because of the COVID-19 mess. So, Dad's gonna see you guys real soon. Shout out to, Bullshot Bar. Shout out to Carrie for giving me some extra work while I'm sitting here doing nothing at home.
Okay.
Shout out to the NAACP, Black Lives Matter. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to them. We agree. So what is the next event that you're possibly doing and we call advocating for?
I am going to attend the July 4th protest. I won't particularly participate in it, but I will record it. So that's the next thing I'm going to be involved in. And we also have...
And where's that at?
It's going to be in Atlantic City.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and everyone's going to be blacked out and everything.
Oh, you're the news. You're giving me all the
that's
scoop.
what I'm saying.
I didn't know about that one.
I'm not per se like part of the protest, but I'm going to record it.
Right.
Because that's how I got known for in the first place. So.
Right, you're huge if you don't record.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way. Believe that. I'm going to find a way and record it even though I'm in Facebook jail. But yeah, definitely going to do that. And there's a couple more protests planned in July as well. So see if those come about.
Okay.
What do you think about Dropware?
I love it here. This space is nice. That couch is comfy, and I love the smell of these candles.
Fell asleep on the day.
Yeah, that back spot that you talk about with the studio, that's gonna look good, man. That's gonna look good.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah,
it's coming along.
I like it a lot.
It's coming along. So you guys are gonna close out unless Patrick has anything else to say. You got a question for him, Q? Hey, this is Q and Corporate over here.
No, I went live on my Facebook because obviously I've known Patrick for some umpteen years now.
15, 17 years.
And when I saw him outside the night that everything happened, first in Atlantic City, and then we were standing outside the bus terminal. Now when they had the line of, whatever, the turtle. When the turtles were standing in the line and they moved them up. Because the three guys was outside.
Who's
they
turtles?
were talking. Oh, the turtles. That was the SWAT. They had the turtle suits.
Oh, you call them the turtles. Okay.
Yeah, but they had the back. They look like turtles. They look like Ninja Turtles.
Okay, I'm not up on slogan. Sorry.
No, they look like they had on the turtle suits.
Oh, okay.
But they had asked everybody to leave. But that was another version of a peaceful protest because the people were speaking, saying, "Hey, they just did all that looting, they just did all that rioting, and now we came back outside again to see why y'all still standing here." And when you came back out, what did you think about after you saw all the stores?
The destruction and everything? I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty angry because I felt very bad. Like they really broke into villas, the old villas.
Yeah, and then kept doing it over and over and over where they had to put a
Now, is
police
Villa
car
a minority-owned business?
I'm not particularly sure if it's minority owned. I know Swaps is, and they made sure.
Yeah,
Jeffrey made sure that
Shout
nobody
out to
touched
Swaps
it.
out there and everybody who did not go in there and disrespect a minority business. We appreciate you for not doing that.
Yeah, I don't do looting.
Yeah, we actually stayed in our store for like 2 days.
Yeah,
I mean, we slept in here as well to make sure we protected our business as well.
I don't do looting. That's not my style. But what I saw when I came back out, like I saw them destroy GameStop. I saw a whole ATM from Renner Center stuck in the back of somebody's trunk. Mm-hmm. You remember that, right? You remember that? Yeah. And then the cops are sitting there like, he really left an ATM from the other store in his trunk and then left the car there running. With his license plates. I was just... You can't make that up.
I seen that in another state. One guy was trying to get
that was crazy.
and hitchhike a ride with someone else with a whole ATM.
The cops look exhausted too. Like, I remember a couple of them just sitting on the curb, like feeling defeated. They're like, "Oh man, this is crazy." It was sad, man. It was sad. Like it was the night that they enlisted the curfew, right?
Right.
Yeah.
When they said that everybody had to go. All right, now they had asked.
Yeah, me and Mira said, "Nah, we're going back out."
Yeah.
I mean, we already had a curfew enacted because of Corona, and then there was another stipulation put on it because of the riot.
Yeah, they made it an hour earlier. Mm-hmm. The night the AC riot happened, they tried to have us go in at 8 o'clock.
Right.
And I came out at 9.
So what actually does the world look at Atlantic City today?
Some of the people I talk to, like some of them won't visit because of the AC riots.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So how do you think tourism is actually going to be for this summer? Because that does
I don't know. Without tourists, we don't make no bread.
Right? Correct.
So we kind of do need them here, but it's just sad that the AC riots wasn't even caused by our own neighbors. It was caused by people outside of the city. Right. So they in part are the reason why we may not have business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shoebies, exactly.
So what is your I'm not going to ask you a bunch of questions because I know like it's been a lot. People asking you a bunch of stuff trying to talk to you, but as far as just the mayor,
I don't like him at all.
Now he's running. Mm-hmm. There to vote soon, correct? Mm-hmm. I saw they had a party trail of cars maybe 2 days ago going from each side of the city. Mm-hmm. Beeping the horns with the signs out, vote for him. What do you think he could have done after that, besides his live that he did that was 1,000% unprofessional, regardless of how angry he was? Right. Because obviously, if you're a mayor of a town, you have to be from that town in order to be a mayor. Exactly. So if another mayor in another town, which they have, i.e. Galloway, or Northfield or Brigantine, wherever it was, they're also from that town as well, so they felt some type of way when there was things happening there. Right. As a professional man, especially you're the mayor of this city and you are the representation of this city, what do you think he could have done better?
He could have definitely went about it different. When you are a mayor or a governor or a senator, you are already put in a leadership position. You're supposed to be a leader. A leader does not sit there and act like you in the like. Come on, man. Right. Come on, you're not supposed to.
Because we were in tune that this protest was going to happen. Right. So he was forewarned. Like Cherry Hill was forewarned. Mm-hmm. Okay, all the other affluent areas I won't mention, they were forewarned, and their areas didn't get hit. Correct.
Exactly. Camden had, of all places, had a peaceful protest. Camden.
Right.
Baby Iraq. Right. It's insane. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Shout out Camden.
People call me a conspiracy theorist.
I don't think you are.
So we had COVID. Everything shut down. Whatever. We're not making any money. No stores is open. Shop online. Get sent to the house. Only thing available is that kind of stuff. Essentials of whatever. Mm-hmm. So then we have a protest with this situation that happened. And the only stuff that was targeted was stores that were doing bad anyway.
That actually makes sense.
That jewelry shop did not get hit.
Nothing like that. Just the stores that they already were talking about that were doing so bad
that they were going to shut down.
That they were trying to shut down, and they were just going to start working on doing stuff online. And now the other stores that are open. Now, mind you, don't get me wrong. I actually just went to the wall. Because I said, listen, I'm gonna go check it out, see what's going on. There are stores that are open.
Yeah, I seen it the other day too.
Even with the boards and stuff on the doors. The stores that were hit really, really bad, which I won't name because they won't get any money from me, that they did damage to, and you know what stores I'm talking about, where they hit them hard. Like, there is no bouncing back from that. They were taking mannequins and hangers.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like that was just a, hey, because like my mom just said, they knew that this was happening in other cities. Now, nothing like this has ever happened before down here.
Never. That was like our LA riots.
Right. So it was pre-warned that this was going to happen. That there were people coming from out of town, going to different cities and doing this. And in some cities, they were posting.
Yeah, there was a
other
couple
people breaking a window.
Right. There was a couple people that sent me pictures after the riots. It was literally a case full of bricks sitting right behind the clergy.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Literally,
right. Like there were
right
bricks
there.
just sitting out on the ground.
An officer took the picture, sent it to her, and she sent it to me. And I was in shock because I couldn't believe it. So I kind of agree with her, man. I think it was set up because the one dude in the video who was one of the agitators to the cops, it was some white boy with dreads.
Right.
I saw him in the video at the Camden protest, and I saw him in the Philly joint too, when they were looting.
Like they were just going around causing havoc to these certain places.
Like, I think they be like placing them, like you said. I agree. I think they're placing some of these people.
They have a bunch of videos online with stuff like that.
Right. It's like you can't. She's telling the truth.
And when I went live, there was I was explaining to the turtles and the SWAT and all of them. Your barricade is around the wrong places. You just barricaded for somebody not to be able to get into these stores, and that's all you cared about. That whole strip of Atlantic Avenue and that whole strip of Pacific Avenue, there was no cops anywhere. That's how they got into Villa. That's how they started hitting that Boost Mobile. That's how they got into that Rite Aid. Y'all cared about that little block, and that was it. And that's why I said it just seemed too fishy and too suspicious for me.
Yeah, I agree.
And he was standing in front of Polo. I don't know, or Timberland, or whatever store he was standing in front of.
He was close to one of those stores, I think near A&E. Was that American Eagle?
American Eagle.
Yeah, he was right over there near
some people were sending me screenshots of some of the looters, saying, comparing screenshots of this person here in AC in the Philly riots. A lot of them for the Philly riots was the ones who started the AC riots.
Right.
And now we have riots and we all wear masks.
Exactly.
All of just for coincidence, when you're robbing somewhere, you need a mask, and we all got on masks, so everybody had on the mask, so you can't see who's who.
It was insane, man. Like they really was like trying to start some stuff. Cause people from AC, like if you're from the area, we ain't getting no cop face. We don't want to bother the cops. We don't want no sauce with them at all. Cause
most of them we know.
Right. Half of them we went to school with. Some of them we go to the gym with. You know what I mean? They be letting the block boys do them in front of Popeyes and all that. They don't bother nobody. So the block boys respect them and don't do anything stupid in front of them. You feel me?
So hit him with the trash can.
Right. And then dude from out of town hit dude with the trash can, and then Naeem is the one that getting beat up. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Right. So this is my last question to you. What do you expect to come? Everything's starting to open back up. It's a couple more protests. You said you were going to record and stuff like that. You're locked out of Facebook. You can't go live. What do you foresee for the near future for yourself now?
I want to, in the future, I want to actually be in office in some capacity. Like instead of because Jimmy Whitehead told me something that made sense. He was like, "How long can you protest for?"
Right.
And I was like, "He's right. Protesting, that can't be my life.
Right.
To make change, you gotta actually be in position
and make those creations of laws. That's
exactly.
Right.
So
and those regulations.
So Jimmy Whitehead, when I talked to him and Mr. Bond, they were like, "Hey man, if Jimmy gets in office, we think you should be in office with us in some capacity." I was like, "Me in office? Man, I'm 30 years old. I got dreads. I wear bandanas. I got a million piercings. I ain't no politician."
It's called equal opportunity.
Right. But he was like, but the city, this is what he told me. He said, the city has never seen somebody like me before.
Right.
Correct.
I am very blunt. I am very outlandish. I don't hide nothing about myself. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows about me.
Right.
The shade room in Atlantic City can't shade me, sweetie.
Right.
There's nothing to hide.
Oh,
yes, there is.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
They can't shade me for nothing.
Okay.
And that's what they wanted to get on your post. That's the part I was laughing at when they wanted to start talking about what you did or what you're doing. And like, listen, I'm doing this, and that's not going to stir me from doing
now,
what I can.
I have to lean on that. You're talking about the stigma that people actually get once they're recording and they're a part all of a sudden of the news, that they're so-called labeled a snitch.
No, they
saw,
didn't.
yeah,
that's not
that
even. That was what they were saying a little bit. But as far as like talking about his sexual orientation,
has nothing to do with
what he looked like, what is he doing, where does he live, what is he driving, what color is his boxers.
They were posting my address, man.
It has nothing to do.
They posted my address.
With
this
you.
dude, this one racist dude I put on the spot. He literally threatened to bring heat to my mother's crib. Now we all from the hood.
Now that's on your post. They're not coming.
No. But that's what he said.
Not coming.
We all from the same area. If somebody said they're gonna bring heat to your mother's crib, what does that mean?
You believe it. Damn what it means.
That
you
means
actually believe it.
So as soon as he did that, I straight up told him, I was like, listen, come to you live in Brigantine. I'm gonna be in Brigantine the next day.
Okay.
Homie never showed up.
Right. So this is not discouraging you from confronting racists.
No, I ain't afraid of none of them.
Okay, for advocating for your peers. Nothing discourages you from keeping going. And we don't want it to either. We enjoy watching you. We've watched you. We want our viewers to continue to watch you. So we're going to actually go ahead and close this podcast, however. And that was Patrick Jeanty Jr., you guys. For anyone in the bubble of equality, especially you business owners out here, you'll end up on the news, okay? And in the wrong light. So my advice to everyone out here that's in business, if you're going to be in the community, be for the community.
Exactly.
Okay? So I'm Lady K, and again, you can find me at Facebook, NJ Drop, and of course, Instagram, DW Clothing, New Jersey. It's been a long day, okay? And of course, my co-host here, you can find him.
It's Jay Frazier. You can find me on Facebook at JAYFRAZ and on Instagram at Dropwear Promotions.
And we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. But one special second, we have a special announcement. So, of course, like I said, we've been faced with some stigmas and things here as minorities. And of course, like you said, with the Shade Room, we have haters too. So we'd like to announce all the haters. Guess what? We are officially a podcast and on radio. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Anchor, okay, Radio King. You can also find our commercials on DatPiff. And we do have a SoundCloud ourselves. It's called Dropwear Music. And our TV affiliate and our partner sponsor is out in LA. You can catch us on Busy Beat TV. Any artists, models, persons in business that's doing good stuff that doesn't have that plague behind them and discriminatory and you're facing equality. We do not want you, but we will promote anyone other than that. Thank you, and we will take care. Enjoy your day.